What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling City. As always, I am your mayor, Taylor, and today I am making my Saturday night's main event, December 13th, 2025 official predictions. This is not just any ordinary Saturday night's main event because this Saturday night, John Cena will be competing in his final WWE match in his career. And it's crazy that we've already come here. It's crazy that we're just a couple of days away from John Cena competing in his last match ever. And it just feels like just 2 weeks ago we were watching, to me at least, feels like just like 2 weeks ago we were watching John Cena on that first Raw this year, January 6th, 2025, where the last time his now farewell tour began. And here we are, just 2 days away, and it's about to come to an end. And I just can't believe it. I'm still you. So I started watching WWE in 2006, 2007. So John Cena, he's been a part of my wrestling fandom for 19 years, pretty much 18, 19 years. And I'm trying to think of the words to use to describe like what Cena meant to me as a wrestling fan. And it's kind of hard to find those words. He is, in my opinion, without a doubt, the greatest of all time. Um, I want to go back to the first ever John Cena match I watched live. It was the Royal Rumble 2007. He fought Umaga. That is as much as I can remember, the first time I watched a John Cena match live. I don't have any memory of a John Cena match before that. So, and it's just crazy that on that night he was facing a heel, a foreign heel, if you want to say that. And he's ending his career in pretty much the same way. We won't get that same type of match because John Cena was bleeding. They had the ropes come undone on the ring, and he had to choke Umaga out with the ropes just to win that match. I don't think we're going to get anything like that this weekend, but we're going to get a great match between John Cena and Gunther. And there are still people out there still that think that Gunther isn't the right opponent for John Cena in his final match. Gunther is the perfect final opponent for John Cena. I mean, who else were they going to put in this spot? Because to me, it had to be a heel. You had people out there that wanted somebody like Randy Orton or AJ Styles or CM Punk. Yes, those would have been good matches to have as his final match, but this is the type of match, the style that we're going to get. It's a heel versus a baby face. This is what John Cena's career was for 20 plus years. These are the types of guys that he he tore the house down with. These are some of his best matches when he's going up against the foreign evil villain like Gunther. And let me make this very clear to you guys, to all you people out there that think Gunther is boring or whatever. Gunther does not have a bad match. He has never had a bad match. He just doesn't. Gunther is, I swear, he is allergic to having a bad match. It's just not going to happen. It hasn't happened, and I don't think it will ever happen. That's just how good Gunther is. Cena's going to go out there. He's going to give everything he's got. We might see Cena do things that we haven't seen him do in 10 years. He might bring back some moves that um, he came up with that he brought into his maneuver set when he was in the U.S. Title Open Challenge, when he would do the springboard stunner off the middle rope, or the Code Red, Hurricane Rana, anything like that. I think we're going to get the best match possible, and I expect it to go 30 minutes. I just don't see how they're going to have a bad match, because you got Gunther, who doesn't have a bad match, and Cena, he's competing in his last match ever. He's going to go out there and put on the hell. He might even go out there and just put on the best match of his career, because he knows it's his last, and he knows that after this, it's done. So, I just don't see Cena going out there and just not put on a great match. I just don't see it happening. So now I got to bring this up. So there was a report that came out earlier today. Now we're going to have to take this with a grain of salt, because it is coming from Wrestling Observer newsletter. It was Brian Alvarez that mentioned this, so I'm just going to pop this up on the screen right here. So, according to Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer newsletter, as of now, John Cena versus Gunther is reportedly set to open Saturday night's main event this weekend. One of two things. One, like I said, let's take this with a grain of salt, because it is Wrestling Observer newsletter, the same Wrestling Observer newsletter that Dave Meltzer works for, and these guys, this publisher, 9 times out of 10, the reports are wrong. So, number two, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea, and I can't believe, and I hope that this isn't even a discussion within the creative room right now. I hope they're not sitting there debating amongst each other if this match should open or main event, because this match 100% needs to be the main event, because I think you're going to run the risk of this match opening, because we all know 100% of the people that are going to be in this arena on Saturday night paid thousands of dollars to see John Cena in his last match. So you might run the risk of this match opening the show, and in the remainder of the show, the fans are going to be. It might kill the vibe, where they might not care as much for the rest of the show, because they're there to see John Cena in his last match ever. So you might run the risk of sending these young guys out there like Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Sol Ruka, Obafemi, and you might not get the same type of reaction from the crowd that you would get if they went on before this match, because the fans are going to be so drained from the Cena and Gunther match. Where, and if, say, Gunther wins, and then Cena cuts his speech, dude, that right there is going to kill the vibe for the rest of the night. You're going to have fans upset for the remainder of the night, and do you really want to send your future stars out there in that type of environment? Hell, Cody Rhodes, do you want to send him out there in that type of environment? I'm sure he'll lift the crowd back up when he's out there, but you're really, ooh, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. If it were up to me, the match order should be, I think you should start the show off with the tag team match, Javon Evans and Leon Slater versus AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Then you should do Bailey versus Sol Ruka. you have Cody Rhodes and Obafemi go on, be the co-main event, because there's only 4 matches on this show. I wish they would add a fifth, but it looks like they're going to be adding a fourth match. Not a fifth match. We're just going to get 4, and then John Cena versus Gunther should be the main event for this weekend. So that's what I would do if I were placing the match order. If I was in charge of putting these matches in the place that they need to be in, that's the order I would do. Tag team match, Bailey and Solruka, Cody and Oba, and then Cena versus Gunther. So, okay, wow, we're already 10 minutes into the show and I haven't made one single prediction. So let's get these predictions underway. Let's start off with, I'm going to go in order on how I think the match card should go. So, Javon Evans and Leon Slater, they're going up against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Man, I think you got to have the tag team champions win here. Um, I just don't see Javon Evans and Leon Slater winning this match, and I get that this is to show this PLE, thanks to John Cena, is to showcase the future of this company. And I don't think you need every NXT star. Leon Slater isn't an NXT star, but he is one of the futures of professional wrestling. And I just don't think you need all of them to win. I don't think all of them are going to win. But yeah, I'm just going to have to go with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee here. Because I think you want your tag team champions to look strong going into their next program, which it looks like it's going to be the Usos at some point. So that's who I've got there. Next up, we've got Bailey versus Sol Ruka, and I'm going with the main roster star here as well. I think Bailey needs this win. She hasn't been getting very many wins here as of late, and I just don't see them having Bailey lose. I just don't see that happening. I think the only NXT star that's going to win is Obafemi, and that's a great segue into the next match. Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi. I got Obafemi winning this match, and I don't think he's going to win this match clean because I think Drew McIntyre is going to show up and he's going to cost Cody Rhodes this match because last Friday on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes begged Nick Aldis to reinstate Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre is going to show up. He's going to be like, "Oh, you want me reinstated? All right, then I'm going to come out here and screw you out of this match against Obafemi." So that's what I think is going to happen there. I got Obafemi winning, and I think he will be the only NXT guy, NXT superstar to get the win here. So, and then that leaves us one more match. I know I'm flying through these predictions, but I mean they're exhibition matches, so there's not really much story to dive into with any of these matches, really. But I'm just kind of giving you giving you guys who I think should win these matches. So that's just how it is. So one more match: John Cena versus Gunther, in John Cena's final match. Now this is a match where I've been going back and forth on quite a bit for the last couple of days. Um, Now they're trying to. Gunther's been coming out. He came out. He ended last Friday, saying that he was going to make Cena give up, and then he said again on Monday night this week that he was going to go out there and make Cena give up. I just don't see that happening. I don't see Gunther going out there and making John Cena tap out. And he says that he's going to make John Cena do the one thing he's never done, and that is tap out and give up. John Cena has tapped out before. You'd have to go back 21 years. That is how long it's been since John Cena has tapped out in a match. 2004. I can't remember the exact opponent it was. Um, Shout out to the guys over on Tuesday Night Titans, Jason and JD from New York, 206. They talked about that on their TNT this week. So, and I can't remember who they said John Cena tapped out to, but they did say 2004 was the last time Cena tapped out, and I just don't see how you can have John Cena lose his last match. I mean, Gunther, he doesn't really need the win. I mean, Gunther's already a made man, and Gunther losing this match, it won't hurt Gunther one bit. And do you really want to have so many, like, all these fans that paid, that probably had to sell their house just to buy these tickets for the show? Do you really want them to go there just to see Cena lose? I know I wouldn't want that. I would not want that. I just don't see them having John Cena lose his last two matches. He just lost his last match to John Mysterio at Survivor Series. That was his last match before this one, where he lost. I just don't see them having John Cena lose his final match. So I think John Cena is going to go out there and he's going to beat Gunther. He'll give his victory speech and he'll send the crowd home happy. I think that's how you need to end this career. Now, I'm sure if it was up to Cena, he'd want to put Gunther over, but Gunther doesn't need it. And then you're going to run the risk of fans going out upset. And I just don't think you want to do that on John Cena's last show where he's an in-ring competitor. I don't think you want to send the fans happy, send the fans home sad. I think you want to send them home happy. So I'm going with John Cena here. I think John Cena ends his career on a high note with a win, and then he will give his victory speech, and I am not looking forward to that. I know we've had all year to prepare for this moment, but I am not ready for this moment. I already know there will be tears running down my face Saturday night. They might start running as soon as he makes that final run down to the ring, where he goes and tells Stu, "Let's go to work one last time." Runs down to the ring. I'm not ready. I am not ready at all. So, and those are my predictions for Saturday night's main event, December 13th, 2025. My predictions are I've got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeating Javon Evans and Leon Slater. I've got Bailey defeating Sol Ruka. I've got Oba Femi defeating Cody Rhodes due to outside interference from Drew McIntyre. And I've got John Cena defeating Gunther in his last match. Let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are. If you guys enjoyed this video, like this button. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are. Does John Cena end his career with a win or a loss? Let me know in the comments down below. And hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are locked in here in Wrestling City. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We would love to hit that goal by Christmas, maybe New Year's. Can we get 15 more subs in, what is it, 21 more days? I think it's possible. So, yeah, 16 more days, actually. It is, no, 15 more days. Okay, so can we reach 15 subs in 15 days? It's possible. It's possible. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Come help us make Wrestling City the greatest city in the world. For all of your wrestling content, we do reviews for every Raw, SmackDown, premium live event, all that good stuff. We do predictions like this. And yeah, and a lot more content coming out your way to close out the year strong. So yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys for the SmackDown post-show review. And then I will see you guys this weekend for John Cena's last match ever. And until then, see you guys then. Take care. God bless. Peace.